welcome back to the vlogs, everybody. I hope you like the last couple of vlogs. If you've not seen that guy Vroom Media this video from the drift day, it's on my Instagram on Lewis Watty or at Limitless Media. So I didn't want to do a video on my X5 because realistically it's literally a towing vehicle for me, and I drive it every now and again. I don't really drive it through the week because I've got a work van, so it's literally a tow vehicle and a little toy for the weekend because it is quite fast. But we've got an issue with it and it's going to cost a lot of money if I got it fixed by somebody else, so we're going to try it ourselves. So basically it kept cutting out under load. Literally you boot it and it just cuts out like a boost cut, but it's not a boost cut. So I was speaking to everyone, people are saying, oh, it's injectors, normally 5 and 6, your scuttle panel cracks and then leaks water. So we changed the scuttle panel and I put Red X in it, hoping for it clean the injectors. It hasn't done. So yesterday I took it to a garage, BMW specialist. They charge 80 quid an hour. So that were straight away, I've been thinking about that for weeks and I didn't really want to take it, but I thought I'm going to have to. So I took it in and they rung me about half an hour later saying we've had it in early because we weren't that busy. It's coming up all 6 injectors. So yeah, and they quoted me £2,300 supply and fit. So I'm going to try and save myself some money here and do it myself. I've got a guy who can code them if it does need coding, which I think they will do. So what we're going to do tonight is take the get as far as we can with taking the injectors out. Hopefully we can take them all out. I'm going to ohms test them, make sure the ohms are right on them. If the ohms are right on them, I'm going to put them back in. It is down to water damage, so I don't even know if we can get them reconditioned. I'm going to try and ring up an injection place and see if we can. If any are not reading the right ohms, they're the ones I'm going to start with. And also I'm taking the injectors out today so I can get the part code off them, so I know that they're the correct ones, because I'm not spending a fortune on injectors and them not being the right ones, because they are a lot of money. So I've been quoted 220 quid an injector. The BMW specialist were charging 250 quid an injector, and I need all 6 apparently. So yeah, we're going to do this. So hopefully you stick to watch the end of the video. So if you don't, or whatever, can you just give us a subscribe? We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers ASAP. We get subscribers regularly now, 1 or 2 every video, but if everyone who watches this video subscribed, it's only free. So if you just subscribe from us, I'll be really appreciate it. So let's get cracking on the video. Right, so airbox is off, the insulation off, the top's off. We are now going to take the, what do you call it, intake manifold off. Oh. Yeah, I really don't want to do this job, but I've been left with no choice. I'm not paying £2 grand, I'm tight. So yeah, I'm going to get all these off. I'm going to actually check that it's had swirl flap delete as well, because I might order that kit because it's only a couple of quid. So we'll get that off, check for swirl flap delete. Hopefully it's been done, but if not, it's just prevention of damage that we'll do anyway. So if anything, I'll just be able to take it down to that Beamer place and say, look, I've put swirl flaps in, it's had a delete, I've put the new injectors in, can you code them for me? So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's get that off now. Right, so the intake man is out. I've got the GoPro on and we're just working with the GoPro running, so I'm hoping it is getting a bit of content. So it's out, and I think it's had a swirl flap delete. I'll show it you now anyway. So it's got these PMW, looks like they're blanks to be honest. But some of them are leaking, so I'm going to have a Google. Obviously there's note inside there, so I'm assuming that's the swirl flaps all done. The engine's looking, focus, there you go, the engine's looking quite bare now. That were a nightmare to get off that. But all we've got to do now is disconnect these, all them 6, and then we can disconnect these tops, and then we might need to move this as well, and this, so we can start trying to pull these injectors out. Right, so we've got it to the point now where the fuel lines are off. We're just ready to get to the injectors. We need to undo these 2 bolts. Where is it? Focus. These 2 bolts here, and then we mark the injectors on every single one of them. Take the connections off, which shouldn't be too hard to be honest. Yeah, there you go. Connections just come off, and they're all next to each other, so you don't have to mess around like on a Lexus thinking which one's which, because they're all just stuck under here. Yeah, 2 bolts off, and then hopefully we can get this injector out. Right, so what we've done is we're still at the point where the injectors are ready to come out, basically. We've measured the ohms resistance on the injectors, and someone were telling me between 150 to 200 is perfect. Oh, pardon me, is perfect. So I did the ohms resistance. All you do is you get a ohms tester, which we've got anyway. I'll show you. This one, put it down to ohms at the bottom, if you can see it. I think you can see it, where's the light? There you go. We'll come over here actually. Ohms at the bottom. And then all you do is you put 1 prong on one side of the injector on your connection and 1 prong on the other, and it measures the ohms going through it. So what we've got: cylinder 1, 100, cylinder 2, 192, cylinder 3, 188, cylinder 4, 175, cylinder 5, 75, and cylinder 6, 150. So what I'm thinking is cylinder 1 and 5 are the ones that are kaput, which I'm hoping that's the case, it's not all 6. So the guy, when he plugged it in yesterday. He said there were a fault on all 6 injectors. He's cleared it and the faults come back on 1, 2 and 3. But one is, I think, it's gone. 2 is 192 and 3 is 188. So if we are just going off ohmage, then they should be fine. But number 5's defo done, and number 1 is defo done. So that's 2 injectors. It's 440 quid. Plus, once I get the injectors out, I think if I go somewhere I can get paid for taking my injectors back so they can refurb them. So my plan is to figure out what injectors they are, find a price, see where someone can swap them, you know, where I take my injectors back, like I just said. And we need to get this injector out, but we're done for tonight because I'm going to order a slide tool, because we've tried getting it out and it's stuck. So we need a slide tool, you know, so we can pull it out. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next clip. Peace. Right, so it's been a couple of days since we last did a clip. We ordered a sliding tool. I've ordered the injectors. I've ordered a new swirl flap delete kit. I've ordered oil, air filter, oil filter, everything for a service while I'm here, because I may as well. So the only thing that's turned up at the moment is the oil, which we could probably do tonight, because I've got the oil filter in that actually, and the slider for the injectors. So we're going to get them out now and go from there. Right, that's the injectors out, literally a couple of minutes, if that. Screw it on and pull it out instead of messing about. So I've marked number 1 on this one. I don't know what code you need to code them, so I'm hoping that the one we get have got the exact same code on. So that's 34, and this one says, oh, they both say 34. So I don't know, but you can tell like it's rusty and everything. If it focuses. Why is it focusing on my face? Stop it. Turn the camera around. There we go. I'm sure that's water ingress. I mean, they wouldn't have gone past that O-ring anyway, because it didn't. That's just WD, I think, or whatever we've used the other day. So that probably helped them a bit, but yeah, I think these are kaput, but we're going to keep them there for the time being, just to double check the codes on them with the ones that we're getting. I have got someone that can thingy them anyway, code them in, so it's not a big issue, but I'm hoping that we don't have to do that. So right, we may as well service it while we're here. I'll go get the service bits, because we can't do nothing else now, and we'll get it serviced. so we've done the oil filter, we've put the oil in, 7.5 litres it says online. We've checked it with a dipstick, but we're also, when we turn the car on, we're going to let it get to temp and check it electronically as well. If needs to add a bit more, we can do. Rather have a little bit less in than a little bit too much, just while we're getting it warm and stuff like that. So yeah, we can't do no until the injectors come. So we'll see you in the next clip in a couple of days. Right, we're back. It's a bit louder because we've got Lexus running for a bit because it's a bit condensed inside, so we're just trying to dry it out. We've got 2 new injectors and we've got new O-rings. So yeah, let's get them in and build it all back up. Peace. Right, the injectors are now back in the car and plumbed up with the high pressure fuel lines and the other fuel. I think there might be fuel return, I don't know, the top part, I don't know what they are. And all plugged in. So now the next part would be to get the mani on. So we've actually got, get that mani out, Cam, the intake mani. We'll do it over on this freezer over here. So basically it's leaking a bit of soot, diesel, whatever it's leaking, oil. So I've ordered a new swirl flap delete kit because it already had a swirl flap delete kit on it. I'll show you now. It's actually a branded one, the one I bought isn't, but so as you can see, now it looks like it's not seated proper and stuff like that, it's all gunky. So I've ordered a new swirl flap delete kit. Just hopefully it's the right size. It comes with all the new gaskets and stuff, so they can all go on. Then we can get the mani on, so let's get that on. Right, so the new swirl flap delete kit's on. New O-rings and everything. So hopefully these don't leak. I'm assuming they leaked. They was quite hard to get out, to be honest. So they probably didn't leak, but it's just worth changing it while it's off. So we're going to put it back on now and connect everything back up, and hopefully the car starts, but we'll see. Right, so it's all on. We've not put the airbox on, the map's not connected, but we want to just turn it on, see if it runs,
and just check for any liquids coming out, like fuel for a start, because we messed about with the injectors. So Cammy's going to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to try and start it. Let's go. Right, so all my footage has been deleted after this point for some reason. So what I'm going to say is we couldn't get the car started. Basically, we had to bleed the high pressure fuel lines, and then we got it running. It ran for a day. It basically cut out again. I plugged it back in. It said injector cylinder 6. So we pulled it all back off. I bought another injector. I put injector 6 in. We siliconed all the scuttle panel, and it now runs, and it's been running mint ever since. So thanks for everyone for watching. I'd just like to say, can you please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.